Hi everyone, today we are going to see the case study in the topic Fourier transform in signal processing. First we have to see Fourier transform. Fourier transform named after Joseph Fourier is a mathematical transformation employed to transform signals between time domain and frequency domain. It is a tool that breaks a waveform into an alternative representation characterized by sine and cosines. It shows that any waveform can be written as the weight and sum of sinusoidal function. Next we see the four method in signal processing. First method is Fourier transform. Second method is discrete time Fourier transform. Third method is discrete Fourier transform. And fourth method is short time Fourier transform. Next we see primary purposes for the signal processing, mathematical analysis of problems and numerical analysis of data. It is used to analyze problems involving continuous time signals of mixtures of continuous and discrete time signals. Next we see the abstract. In abstract we will see a brief message of our problem. The fractional Fourier transform is generalized of the Fourier transform which is introduced from the mathematical aspects by name is at first and has many application in optics quickly, whereas the potential appears to have remained largely unknown to the signal processing community until 1990s. The fractional Fourier transform can be viewed as the strip basic expansion directly from its definition, but essentially it can be interpreted as rotation in the time frequency plane. The unified time frequency transform until the order from 0 increasing. The fractional Fourier transform can show the characteristics of the signal changing from the time domain to the frequency domain. I hope all of you know about the design thinking concept very well. First we have to see what is design thinking. Design thinking is a process for creative problem solving. Design thinking gives you an opportunity to take a look at problem from a completely differentiate perspective. Overall goal of design thinking course is help you design better products, service, process and experiences. Design thinking helps you and your team develop practical and innovative solution for our problem, and it includes 5 stages, namely empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test. Now we are going to see how this design thinking help us to solve a problem. Now let us see one by one. First we have to see empathy. Empathy defines the problem faced by consumer and user. Here our problem is a telephone is a telecommunication device that permits two or more users to conduct a conversation when they are too far apart to be heard directly. It is difficult to hear the conversation at noise and interference or when the mobile is out of range of transmission. Different sound when pressing different number. They are composed of two different sinusoid. One of uniquely identify the button. Other party knows what key you pressed is by doing a Fourier transform of input and looking at frequency present when a wave travels through a heterogeneous medium. It shows down and speeds up according to the changes. Next we see the defined part. After knowing the problem of consumer should list the difficulties in a particular problem. Here what we list are: one has to dial a number that it is based in a protocol named Internet Protocol. The phone has the coordinates to locate the signals to receive and transmit. They have to convert from electric system or wave. Either we place a cell phone call or the phone must send electric signal which carries a digitalized version. The mathematical comes into play here through the use of error correction and data compression. Next we see ideate. Ideate generally refers to the solution identified by us for the problem, and for the above problem of our solution is Fourier transform, a groundbreaking scientific operates disintegrate into sine and cosine. A high recurrence sinusoid bearer flag is used to transmit the message through medium. Simple wave speaking to the vibration made by one's voice. Fourier transform can be utilized to change over from the strategy of number to sound. This diagram represents the removing of undesirable frequencies. First we see noisy signal. Here the wave transform represents the frequency of both the telecommunication and unwanted noise. Next we see the frequency. Here the wave transform represents individual conversation. Next we see the remove high frequency. Here the wave transform represent filtered frequency terms after removing the frequency of noise. Next we see reconstructed signals. Here the wave transform represent namely seemed frequency of the conversation. Next we see the prototype. After recognizing our solution will rectify the problem of consumer, we should implement our solution, and the solution will now be using Fourier transform in the telecommunication. Here the basic mobile phone is shown. First we discuss about the pixel. The Fourier transform is an important image processing tool which used to decompose an image into the sine and cosine forms. Thus, output of Fourier transform represent the image. Second, we discuss about the wave conservation. The Fourier transform connects every signal forms into sine and cosine waves. This will help to determine the frequency. Next, we discuss about chips and graphics. The Fourier transform is used in chips and graphics for very high speed conversion of signals from the time domain to the frequency domain. Finally, we discuss about the calculator algorithm. Discrete Fourier transform is a part of Fourier transform. Discrete Fourier transform which uses real number to present the input and output signals. Thank you.